peak to the another peak. Okay, and that time the another scientists over there, they worked on it, and in 1950 they are observed that in a blood there are the two lymphocytes are present, which plays a role in a control of immune system, okay, or in the development of the immune system, and that is nothing but the T lymphocytes and the B lymphocytes. Okay, so as we know that the why it is called as a T lymphocytes, because they are the thymus origin. Okay, they are developed in a thymus, that's why the name comes as a T lymphocytes. Okay, and another one is nothing but the B lymphocytes, because they are originated from the bursa fabricius, or you can say that from the bone marrow. Okay, so on the basis of its development site, they are named as T lymphocytes and the B lymphocytes. But later on it was known that to activate the complete immune response, there must be the importance of okay, the both of the soluble fraction as well as the cells. And so that is nothing but there is an importance of the humoral immunity as well as the cell mediated immunity. So because of that, you are getting the proper immune response against that particular foreign entities, and you are getting protected. Okay, so I will just show you the figure over there. Okay. So you can see that this is a figure which can directly tells you about the any kind of foreign proteins or the infectious agent when it is entered into the any vertebrate body, their activation of the humoral response as well as the cell mediated immune response. Okay, so when there is a B lymphocytes, as we know that the B lymphocytes, when it is comes into contact with the antigen, then that becomes activated and converted into the memory cell and the plasma cell, and that plasma cell produces the antibodies, and that antibodies are necessary to eliminate that foreign particle. Okay, so if that soluble molecule is not synthesized, that foreign molecule will be not eliminated from your body. So that is one important thing. Then in case of the cell mediated immunity, as you know that there are the different types of the cells are there. Some of the cells which are directly attack on an infected cell, or some of the cells which plays very important role in activation of immune response. That is nothing but the cytotoxic T cells. Okay, here you can say that the cytotoxic T cells are there, which can directly attacks on the killing of infected cell. And there is another cell that is nothing T lymphocyte, that is nothing T helper cell, which can plays very important role in the production of the variety of the cytokines, and that cytokines plays a role in activation of the immune response. That's why the name comes as a T helper cells. Okay, so both of the things has to be activated for the proper immune response. Then and then only the that person is going to be properly gets recovered from that infection. Okay, so that is all about the immunology. In case of the immune system, there must be a humoral immune response and the cell mediated immune response. So I think you'll get an idea that what is mean by the immunity and how it is going to be happen. This is just an overview about it, because everything we have to go in detail. Okay, then we'll go to the next point, that is nothing but how are the foreign substances recognized by the immune system. Okay, now it is okay that when the foreign particle is entered in your body, and because of that the immune response is activated, it is okay. But as you know that our body is very complex, then how the immune system recognizes that what is a self and what is non-self. Because if it is not happen, if they do not discriminate what is the self and what is the non-self, then the immune response can be activated against your own molecules, that is your again host cell, and which will lead to the autoimmune diseases. But as you know that the autoimmune diseases are occur only in a few of the cases. Okay, but in most of the cases, your immune response is properly discriminate what is your and what is not your. That is what is self and what is non-self. Okay, another thing is that how it is happen. Okay, so basically, as we know that whatever the foreign material, when it is considered as an activation of immune response, that is considered as an antigen. Okay, so basically we know that whenever the antigens are entered, they activate the T cells and the B cells, and because of that, the immune response is developed. Okay, so at that time, the Jules Bordet, okay, he has explained the something about the concept of immunity beyond the infectious diseases. So what we know that so far, when the foreign entity, the infectious molecule is entered in your body, against that the B cell and the T cells are activated. Okay, but is it the non-infectious molecule can be also acts as an antigen? If supposed to be any foreign molecule which does not cause the infectious diseases, like suppose if you have taken the RBCs from the sheep and if it is injected in a human being, does it acts as an antigen? Yes. Okay, so what the Jules Bordet explained, okay, not only the infectious diseases can activate the immune response, whatever the foreign, that is organic molecule, any kind of organic molecule can be acts as an antigen, and it can activate the immune response for the production of the antibodies. Okay, so because of that, you will find the antibodies are the diversified. The any molecule when it is enter, when it is in a foreign for that particular host, against that the antibodies will synthesized. Okay, and that also explained by the Karl Landsteiner. Okay, so the Karl Landsteiner, he has told that the specificity about the antibodies. So one antibody cannot bind to the many antigen. Each antibody has its specificity to that only specific molecule, to that specific antigen it will bind. So if the millions of the molecule, that means the millions of antibodies are there. Okay, so the antibodies have a diversification. So likewise the same thing happens with the T cells also. T cells also have a same thing. Okay, but at that time it is very difficult to know that how it is happen. So for that, there are two theories has been proposed by the scientist. Okay, the one is a selective theory and another is nothing but the instructional theory. Okay, in case of the selective theory, which is put forth by the Paul Ehrlich, many of you know that in the 19th century, the Paul Ehrlich have proposed that theory. So what he has called that, he has also called an as a side chain receptor theory. Okay, so what he has proposed that in our body there is a cells are present. Okay, in our body there is a cells are present, and that cell have a variety of the receptor on its surface. Okay, so you will get the idea about this. Just a minute. If you've seen this, yeah, if you've seen this, then you'll get the idea about that. Uh, Whatever the cell, this is a cell, that cell expresses the variety of the receptor on its surface. Okay, so the different kinds of the receptor expressed by the one cell, and that infectious particle have a complementarity to that surface receptor. So when that particular, that infectious particle binds to its receptor, that cell expresses the same receptor on its surface with the large number. So whatever the cell initially present, that cell possesses the many receptor on the surface. Okay. So from any one of the infectious particle which has a complementarity to that one of the receptor when it is binds, then that cell expresses the same receptor in a many number. And because of that, the infectious particle is gets controlled. Okay. So what he has put forth that cells are the pluripotent. Why? Because they expresses the many receptor on the surface. Okay, and then the antigen particularly selected that one, and after that the inactivation of that infectious particle is takes place. Okay, but that tells you the specificity and the selection, but this theory is accepted for a some extent. To the some extent, this theory has been accepted. Why? Because later on it was known that uh, when the cells are present inside our body, okay, when the cells are present inside our body, these cells can have a only similar type of the receptor on its surface. Okay, so that cell possesses the receptor on the surface. That receptor can bind to the antigen, but that is a similar kind of receptor present all over the cell. It is not a different kind of a receptor. One cell can express only one receptor, one type of the receptor, but in many number on the cell. So that is called as the one specificity. So that membrane bound receptor. So for each antigen, there are the many cells are present. Okay, so that all cells have a different receptor for the specificity against the antigen. Okay, so that theory has been accepted. So whatever the B cell, as we know that the B cell possesses the receptor as an antibody on its surface. So when that antibody binds to the antigen, it gets proliferate, and whatever the proliferated cells are there, that proliferated cell possesses the many molecules on the surface for the same specificity, with the same specificity. Okay, so that mechanism has been accepted. That is called as a selective theory with the side chain receptor, but with the modification. Okay, and later on there is one another is theory is also put forth, that is nothing but the instructional theory. Okay, but in case of that instructional theory, what the scientists have explained that whatever the antigens are there, that antigens are gets folded, and to that folded antigen the antibodies are gets binded, and they becomes an complementary. Okay, later on that theory has been accepted as a protein folding by the Linus Pauling, but it is not accepted for the selection purpose. It is not accepted for the immune response purpose. Okay, but again this selection theory has been again modified, and currently whatever the modern immunology is there, in that one another theory is accepted, that is nothing but a clonal selection theory. Okay, so as you know that in case of the clonal selection theory, what happens, there is a one whatever the cell is there, the B cell, for example the B cell is there, the B cell possesses the one specific antibody on its surface, and that antibody binds to the antigen. That once the activation of the B cell is takes place, it gets proliferate, and it forms the clone of the same type of the receptor containing cells. Okay, that's why the name comes as a clonal selection theory. Okay, I'll just show you that the figure for the proper explanation. Just go through it.